Demetra Davis. How you doing this Thursday? Thank you all for engaging with us. Don't forget the question of the day is, how do you fancy up your toast? Let's talk to our next guest, who is a wonderful family business. It's Scudo Son, and he grew up with his dad. His dad, of course, always was in the kitchen preparing the best meals, and there's his dad. And of course, going to the butcher every week to shop the finest cuts of meats. And today, we have incredible TJ that's joining us, that is a wonderful owner and expert when it comes to all things from the butcher shop. And TJ, today we get to talk about your world-class 5-star restaurant steaks that have been minimally wet aged for 28 days. We've got a great value for everyone, so you'll get 8 of them. You have a 6-ounce steak that is full of flavor. You choose single ship or auto ship, and then you let us know. And TJ, I can't wait to take a bite of this. I know that this is your world. You grew up going to the butcher shops with your dad, and I know when we spoke a little bit earlier, you said that these sirloin steaks are really the most versatile steaks that you can buy.
Yeah, they are, Marlo. Thank you so much for having me.
Nice to see you.
You too. I'm so glad. Next time, I'm hoping I'm with you in person. But for now, I'm going to be hanging out in my kitchen until my girls get home. And I've got these steaks working up for dinner already. And I'm so glad you mentioned that too, Marlo. And what you see with this sirloin steak is that you're going to be able to eat this steak end to end. And why we love that is our expert butchers are in our butcher shop cutting these for you. They're blast freezing them, and we're shipping them out to you frozen, individually packed. But it really starts with that premium ingredient, Marlo. And what is it with these sirloin steaks? It's Black Angus Sirloin Steak. And Black Angus, what that means to me is that we source this specific type of cattle from the Midwest farms, our partners, our farmers that we've been having these relationships with for over 4 decades. And right now, in a time where you really don't know what you're getting at the grocery store and you don't know where that meat's coming from, we can, with our Scudo Son sirloin steak, you surely do know where our meat is coming from. And I'm so glad I could share these with you today, the Scudo Son sirloin steak, Marlo. I think this is the first time that you've actually had them, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we've had them yet on your show.
No,
so I'm so glad I could bring them to you.
No, I haven't had a chance to try them. They're beautiful. I should show everyone that they are individually flash frozen. I love that. You have a family, maybe you want a steak tonight, but the wife wants to be able to have maybe a piece of fish or just vegetables for the night. They're a perfect gift to be able to send. We talked about all the big holidays that are gonna be coming up, like Father's Day, and there are always birthdays and anniversaries that are coming. They make for a wonderful gift, but also the opportunity for us to be able to get restaurant quality steaks. And I wanna mention that for a moment, because you talked about the prices that are, the prices have increased on virtually everything. It's just kind of the world coming out of the pandemic at this point. But we still want to be able to have those highly sought after, delicious, mouth-watering, tender, and full of flavor steaks. And we don't always want to have to go out to a 5-star restaurant and pay those prices to enjoy it. Maybe it's just steak over a salad, or maybe it's Taco Tuesday and you want some steak tacos, chef. This is that wonderful steak that gives us the versatility. I love a steak quesadilla or steak fajitas, and this is perfect for those.
Yeah, it really is, Marlo, and I'm so glad you mentioned that. I had a salad right here in front of me. This is the way that my wife loves to eat her steak. I'll slice some up, put it over a salad. I'm more of a center of the plate kind of person, so I like mine with a little bit of mushrooms, potatoes, vegetables. But like you said, the fajitas, the tacos, the center of the plate, the salads, it really is so versatile. We could put it on a sandwich. And with the sirloin steak, that's what you're getting. You're getting the ability to be able to do what you want with it. And I love that you mentioned that they're coming to you individually blast frozen. So if you take a look at this steak, you're gonna get this. As soon as our butchers are done cutting this steak, they're gonna package it. They're then gonna blast freeze it. And why is that important? It's important because we're gonna take it and lock in all that freshness. Marlo, this steak is gonna be good in your freezer for up to a year. And since it's individually frozen, you pull out as many as you need. So tonight, when I'm cooking for me and my 2 girls, my wife is working late, I can cook 1 for myself, and I'll cook 1 and I'll split the other 1 in half for my 2 daughters. So I don't have to cook them all at once. Like when you go to the grocery store and you get that big tray of 4 or 6 steaks, you have to cook them all at once or they thaw out in your refrigerator. With this, you could just take it out, thaw it out the night before. I love to cook mine on the grill. The weather's starting to get a little nicer up here in New Jersey where I'm at. So I'll take this and I'll just throw it right on the grill once I let it thaw out. And it's end to end. So when you talk about end to end, you're not throwing away 20% of that steak, and you're not paying that premium you are with like a filet mignon, where you're also gonna eat it end to end. This sirloin steak is at a great price point right now across the entire market. And you're gonna be able to eat the whole thing. You're not throwing it all in the trash or giving half of it to your dog. So I really love the sirloin steak is my go-to as summer comes and we start hitting that grilling season.
It's delicious, by the way. It's so good. It's really, really good. And, you know, I look at the price on what you're getting for this 8 count, and I think about if we were, not even the fanciest restaurants, because I like to eat out a lot. I like to go out. I mean, I'm a single girl. I want to go out in the town a little bit. Just go into even an average restaurant, right? Easily. You do a steak, potato, maybe some Brussels sprouts, maybe it's a side of asparagus that you have, and a salad, a glass or 2 of wine. That's your $69 for your 1 steak dinner. Yeah. Easily. Easily. Not even at the fancy places. Oh, you're over $100. So when I look at this 8 count, and there's 6 ounces. So most portion sizes are 3. This is double. It's 6 ounces. So most of you will actually cut this in half. So 1 could really feed 2, because if you look at what they talk about as far as portion sizes and proteins, it's really 3 ounces. So you could actually cut this in half. You can have 1/2, your partner can have 1/2, you can have 1/2 and maybe save the other half maybe for another time. That's all we have left, $278. By the way, auto ship is a great option for you. And with this, that's an advantage. If you are new to shopping with us, auto ship means you can continue to receive this every 60 days if you choose to, but at the sale price. And you'll also continue to receive free shipping. So I love that. If you're trying this for the very first time, maybe you shopped HSN, but you've never purchased food, legendary name, Scudo Son, beautiful quality. These are minimally wet aged for over 28 days. And what that does is, as that little salt and pepper, that's all you need with this, because it's tender, it's full of flavor. You can see how juicy they are, but you'll need to come on in because it looks like you guys are ready for your steaks. Remember, it's an 8 count. They're individually blast frozen. And to get these shipped, it's $23.95. We've talked about center of the plate with a side of asparagus or potatoes. And by the way, on Facebook, let me know, how do you like your steak? Chef, when I was younger, I don't go out as much, but when I was younger and I would stay out late, there would be nothing that I needed more than to wake up in the morning to a nice heavy breakfast of steak and eggs. How does that sound to anybody, right? That's a good breakfast when you need it. A little steak and eggs.
Marlo, that's exactly how I grew up with my dad, Scudo. When I was younger, I would wake up and have some steak and eggs, and this sirloin steak was my dad's go-to as I was growing up. It's my go-to with the family. And you mentioned those restaurants, Marlo. So, quick little story about myself. I actually married into the family of an Italian butcher. So we worked together to bring some of these quality items that you see with Scudo Son, like our Scudo Son sirloin steak. And we source these from our Midwest partners, and we sell them to all of these restaurants and high-end hotels that you go to when you're seeing these items on the menu. And what I see is that people are asking me for 2 things. They're asking me for quality meat that we know that you can count on where it's coming from, like our quality Midwest partners that we've had for over 4 decades. And they ask for Black Angus by name, because only so many cattle are qualifying as Black Angus throughout the country. So the same restaurants that you were mentioning, Marlo, these are the restaurants that we're working with on a day-to-day basis to bring these same exact items that we're now bringing to HSN. So I'm so excited that you're getting to try them for the first time, Marlo. I'm hoping next time I'm down there with you in person, I'll whip up some tacos or fajitas, just like we were talking about. Yeah, so super excited for them.
No, it's so versatile. And like you said, you know, a lot of times in the spring and the summer, you know, you want to eat a little lighter, so over a nice little steak salad. For me, one steak at 6 ounces is a lot of protein for me, so I would eat half, and then, you know, for later on, I would probably eat the other half. But for a lot of you, this is perfect. I love how you talked about end to end. They're like these wonderful portions, and they make for amazing gifts to give to people. I love this. I mean, people, when you send them food, and by the way, it doesn't cost you anything extra. We